What about it, YouTube? All right, this was to be expected. I got a comment on my last video. Guy was basically saying, I want to get rid of not only the EBT, but I want to get rid of IRS and Social Security and all social programs. And I responded, and I want to just clarify that when I'm talking about the dollar and I'm talking about fiat and I'm talking about how we could all have SNAP and we could all have free healthcare, that doesn't make me a quote socialist or a quote communist. It makes me a humanitarian Christian realist. If you have this opportunity, why wouldn't you use it? And why would you think you can't do it when you seemingly can do all these other things? You seemingly can pay for a military endlessly. You seemingly can give money away, no problems. Would Trump really be giving money to Argentina if he was like, oh my gosh, we've got to tighten our belt? But he feels like he has to rug pull out of your refrigerator. He's got to take your groceries out of the fridge before Christmas. But Argentina needs our money. I mean, I'm just being realistic with how the economy works and what that could mean for the nation, for the benefit of the nation, to provide for the security and wellness of the nation. I thought that's what being American was. All right. I didn't know that being American meant that you had to be a pure capitalist. Uh, you know, Again, there's going to be an argument from the other side that says, no, I'm just as American and socialism and communism. If you think pure communism or that direction is going to cause suffering, you can what you need to realize right now is those people. So the people that you think are making life harder for you because they're lazy, they're mooching off the government, these social programs, right? Everyone needs to earn their keep. No free lunch. It's a zero sum world, and damn it, I had to go work for my fridge to get full, and so you need to go work for your fridge to get full. I understand that attitude. I was brought up with that attitude in my house. That was the politics in my house, was very conservative and responsible, and yeah, and people who take advantage, they're just lazy, and they don't deserve it, and yeah, that's what I was brought up on. But you need to look at it through their eyes. Just for a moment, just pretend that you're on that side of it, that you didn't grow up in that household. You grew up in a household that told you you're disadvantaged. There's people out there with privilege. There's people out there who keep Darky down. There's people out there who don't want to see you succeed. And that's why we suffer. And that's why we struggle. I'm not saying it's true. I'm saying you need to understand that there is a whole other way to come into this world, and that we're stuck here together now that the Jews ran the Atlantic slave trade. So we just have to deal with the facts of it. And if we want to have unity and come together, we need to build bridges, and we need to discuss reasons why those bridges should be there, and topple over this divisiveness. But that's not what's happening in any kind of way. Not from Trump, and not and all these people dunking on the EBT. It's like, bro, if imagine you're brought up and you're told these people don't care about you, these people don't want to see you succeed, these people have advantage. It's only thanks to uh, liberals or Democrats fighting for social programs, that we have a voice, because they want to take away our voice. They want to take away our vote. Okay, I'm saying. And then you show up on TikTok talking about, oh yeah, I'm so sick of paying for your kids. I'm so glad they're taking away your SNAP and your groceries before Christmas. Yeah, I'm tired of my taxes paying for that. Yeah, right? White America. When they see that, it justifies everything that they were ever told about you. It it totally validates that entire propaganda, whatever you want to call it, that they were raised on, that indoctrination that they were raised up on. You've validated it, you've crossed it off with your check mark and signed upon it, and now they have the receipts that you are the thing that takes from them. So who are they going to blame? And what are they going to do in response? That's what my videos have been about. So, but this one, last couple. But this one, I'm trying to explain that pure capitalism is going to be how they see it. Like pure capitalism, and it's there. The evidence is there, right? But we don't talk enough about it on that side of the, because we're supposed to be, right? We're just supposed to blindly push capitalism and free markets. That's how you win the game, right? That's what we're taught to do. So we don't ever try to see it from their point of view. That's what I'm saying. Not only look at it from their point of view of, oh, you're, disadvantaged and everything else, but then they see all these white faces with all this money. A lot of them are Jewish. That's what we need to teach them. That we're all being run rolled and shit by these oligarchs, these people with way too much money. Okay? So when they look out at it, somehow we get caught up as the same thing when we're not. That's where we need to come together with the unity, is to be like, look, we have a common enemy that we all need to focus on. And that guy up there with all, so when they look at it, it's like, oh, it's these, look at all of the white faces and the corruption and the cronyism and the everything, right? The CEOs that get all this money and right. They see all that corruption, they see all the stuff that goes on, and they're not in that club, right? They're completely disenfranchised from that. So are we. But we don't see, they see it, and then we get caught up somehow as being part of that thing too. But we're not. We are, right? Everyday American white people are not and do not relate to Bill Gates and Elon Musk and Donald Trump or George Soros or Zuckerberg or Bezos or Ted Turner. Okay? No, we don't party with them. They don't do any favors for us. Okay? We just have our own, we have our propaganda they feed us to kind of be like, the porch whitey, like a porch mason. Like we're porch whitey that stands on the porch and insulates all the friggin' Jews mostly and billionaire oligarchs that are in the house with all the capitalism, cronyism going on. So it doesn't, the only thing it benefits in the long run is them to be able to to stay insulated, okay? So they don't ever face any real threat because they've got us fighting, right? And it's just this, it's a class warfare, a ethnic, a race conflict, class conflict, gender conflict, all at the same time. Sexual identity conflict, all at the same time, and amping it up, and getting you to think that you're on the side of righteousness, right? Capitalism is the side of righteousness, but these people over here are like, hey, there's people suffering that need the government's assistance. That's the side of righteousness. So, what am I essentially saying? It's in the middle. It is in the middle. Yes, capitalism. Yeah, you got, there should be some competition out there so that, that it's not regulated or dictated to a point that there's not a healthy strive for, BMW to make a better motor than Yamaha, to make a better motor than Ford, to make a better motor, and you know, that's great to have that competition, and it's also great to have that diversity and not have monopolies. But there needs to be regulation on there, and there needs to be a social safety net for people who, not just people of color, but all kinds of people find themselves in situations where they can be disadvantaged. You got hurt, you lost your job. There should be disability. There should be these programs, and people shouldn't be all worried about what people are getting. Mind your own damn business and just count your blessings. Stop looking at other people and comparing and trying to take away from them, like, who paid for that food in your fridge? The government? Oh, I want to take it out of there. I can see how I can see how both sides see the world, but more and more I can see how this other side sees the world. And I'm telling you, the worst thing you can do is sign off and check off and sign your name onto everything they've ever heard about you, not caring about them and not caring about them having groceries, for the love. I mean, come on. You wouldn't that should be the least thing you want to take away from somebody, is their food. Come on, man. It's crazy. Who cares how they got it? Who cares how they got it? What if they won the lottery and now they're buying food with it? Are you mad now that they got the money from the lottery? Who cares? Leave it alone. So we do need a social safety net, and that doesn't make me Democrat. It doesn't make me libertarian. It doesn't make me conservative. It just makes me human and Christian. God bless.